There's good news tonight for millions of disillusioned bank customers. Treating us with contempt is all in a day's work for our financial institutions. Their bottom lines pumped up by questionable fees and charges. And while contesting them can often be a waste of time, one man has found it can be very rewarding. Jackie Quist reports his victory could change the way banks and building societies treat you.
To charge a $40 fee, which is in no ways reflective of the cost to the bank, is simply not legal.
Adam Schwab has single-handedly sent a shiver through the spine of Australia's banking industry.
Every man and his dog in Australia has probably had a bank fee of some sort. From pensioners and single mothers to the rich and famous, but nobody really ever bothers to follow it up.
After receiving a $40 late fee on his Citibank credit card, the furious solicitor went to the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal, arguing the fee was in breach of the Fair Trading Act.
The fact that VCAT has agreed with the submission that bank fees, in this case, was a penalty fee and therefore unenforceable, should set, if not a legal precedent, something that can be followed down the track by mums and dads and people who have had bank fees but just haven't known what to do about them.
The tribunal ruled the fee was not a fair estimate of the bank's loss, particularly considering interest charges were close to 20%. The bargaining positions of the parties were also found to be grossly uneven because Citibank direct debited the amount without consultation.
If this VCAT judgment says anything, it's the fact that people out there do have the power to challenge a fee. If you've had any fee at all, call your bank, get them to refund it. If they don't, take action in VCAT or the New South Wales equivalent or the Queensland equivalent, because you certainly can.
I think it is particularly concerning for the banks and other financial institutions out there that continue to charge these fees. It is a finding from a tribunal in our country that these fees are unlawful.
The Consumer Action Law Centre's Gerard Brody believes the victory is an Australian legal first.
These fees really do hit the budgets of people, particularly more low-income people in our society, and they are unfair. So there really is the incentive there for consumers to go out there and reclaim them back.
For its part, Citibank says all fees and charges are clearly explained to customers. While taking the VCAT ruling seriously, it's reviewing legal options, and they probably won't be the only ones. The decision has national significance under general contract law.
A single bullet started World War I, so this is effectively still a very important test case, and it's a wake-up call to all the lenders, all the banks who haven't yet settled with us, with bank beaters, that they should indeed do so because they can't enforce these fees in Australia.
Solicitor Jonathan Nolan estimates it costs a financial institution 50 cents to process unlawful penalty fees. He's filed 10,000 refund claims directly with the banks, and he's winning back his clients' money.
In their arrogance and their greed, they're basically a little better than standover men. They ignore the fact that the Fair Trading Acts apply to them, because they most certainly do, and just try and ride roughshod over us.
Millions of consumers who believe they've been ripped off by their banks, who can charge up to £40 for an overdraft, are today a step closer to having those fees refunded.
Last week, Britain's Office of Fair Trading was given authority to decide if overdraft charges are unfair. The High Court decision has the country's financial industry reeling.
At the moment, so why not just draw a line under this and refund customers?
Well, at the moment, we are in discussions and have been for some time.
The test case prompted after hundreds of thousands of customers took legal action over exorbitant fees will have widespread ramifications.
Although UK law does not apply in Australia, or decisions found by courts in the UK do not apply in Australia, they still have value in terms of argument, in terms of judicial authority about what is lawful and what's unlawful.
If upheld, British banks may be forced to return billions of pounds in fees taken from customers. They have until May 22 to appeal the decision. Closer to home, Reserve Bank of Australia figures reveal local households were stung over $4 billion in fees during 2006, up 352% in 10 years. But it's a figure easily reduced, according to Adam Schwab.
If NAB has 100,000 customers come tomorrow and contest their fee, they probably won't bother charging fees anymore. It's simply not commercially worth it for them.
And if you'd like more information on that story or have a banking problem you'd like us to investigate, please head to our website. While banks are well known for hidden charges, supermarkets have been getting away with a blatant rip-off. It's as simple